Yo, Chris, did you see Jurassic World?
Yes, and it was the greatest movie in the history of all mankind.
Well, I mean, it was pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a nice joke.
I'm
all right, better than let's see here, Titanic, Avatar, all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, plus all the movies that they're going to make, plus all of the Pixar movies, plus any movie that you can think of.
Wait! Do you hear that? Look at the water.
I wish there were still dinosaurs. I wish I could.
It's not about control. Stand down. It's a relationship based on respect.
Every time we've unveiled a new attraction, attendance has spiked.
That was awesome.
Corporate felt genetic modification would up the wow factor. We're talking about an animal here.
A highly intelligent animal.
Welcome to Real Talk. I'm Joey, as you remember. This is
Carlos,
Chris Dryfoos.
Justice for all.
Justice for all.
Okay.
Standing cop.
So he gets to be Justice for All, which is not his real name, by the way. But I can't be Carlos. This is straight up blasphemy, dog.
His real name will have appeared on the screen.
Oh, my name couldn't appear on the screen either.
It would too, but I decided to point you out anyway.
Gee, thanks. I feel so special.
So right off the bat, put on future Joey, put it on the screen. He already gives it a 10 out of 10.
Infinity out of 10.
But
Put that down, future Joey.
We only go to the limit of 10, so you can't go higher than that.
Hey, future Joey. What's up?
So we're putting the reviews right at the beginning? Am I going to give
No,
it
it's just
Just his, because we already know.
Oh.
So,
biased.
both of us are... Yeah, he's a fanboy.
Yeah, put in parentheses, biased.
Yes. And the two of us are going to give real reviews, but we're going to throw his in anyway, because he is forcing his way into this review.
And this is my house.
Yeah, that too.
And that's my raptor, too.
This is my raptor.
Yep.
It's on my hand.
Where'd you buy
it?
it?
Likes me more.
I'll kill you.
I'm like Chris Pratt, they're mine now.
Hate your guts.
Chris Pratt, best part of the movie.
There we go.
Best actor of the movie, I should say.
Best actor out of a cast of probably the greatest actors ever assembled in the history of motion pictures. Since
Chris Pratt is really the only one who's well known.
And the guy who played Kingpin.
But that's like one of the only things he's known now because of Daredevil. But
and the littlest kid was in Iron Man 3.
Oh yeah,
I don't know if I never saw Iron Man 3.
He was the one with all the robot suits. Spoiler alert.
It's
a few years old. It's probably only like people who don't like Marvel movies haven't seen it. But so we're gonna review.
That's right.
All right. I think the Velociraptor needs a snack break. So.
Oh, you can't just throw him down.
He's dead.
Killed him.
He's dead. I'm over it.
It's a she. It
okay.
was a she.
So it's a great movie.
It is the greatest movie in the history of all movies ever. Best movie of the 21st century. Best movie ever.
Well, it deserves the money it's getting.
It has made over... It's made the
we
single
don't
largest...
need to go into facts.
It's the single highest grossing debut weekend of all human history as of 2015. Single biggest. That beats out Harry Potter, Titanic...
I am already regretting making this review. I'm already regretting it. I'm already regretting it. I'm already regretting it.
Well, I mean, I did see it so many times that the 3D glasses stuck to my face now, and I just had to pop the lenses out.
That's right.
Yep.
It's a testimony to how great it is.
So, what are our problems with it? That's the real question.
La la la
we already
la,
like
la,
it.
la, la.
You're not allowed to make those noises, or you're getting kicked out right now. You're getting kicked out, thrown to the back room. What do you have wrong with the movie?
All right, well, hold on, because I got
non-spoiler version.
Yeah, I know. Because I know this spoiler version. I'm trying to think of like something that I don't like. I don't know how to describe it. It's just like it wasn't like there was a lot of thrilling parts, but to me it just wasn't like it was either very thrilling or not thrilling enough. It wasn't just the entire movie kept my attention.
Yeah. I mean, the opening's slow, but it was in the first movie, too.
Yeah.
It's all set up, and setup's needed.
I'm going to try to non-bias my opinion by stating that in my honest, experience of the film, and I'm heavily biased, by the way, but I'm trying not to be for this part, I didn't feel that the opening was very slow. Like,
It's
by
not-
2015 standards, it is. But by if you watch the first Jurassic Park movie, the opening scene is shoot her. You don't see any.
That.
You don't see any dinosaurs,
yeah.
and then for the next hour, you don't see any of them until the Tyrannosaurus breaks free. So that's an hour, and I felt that right here you didn't have to wait an hour for the dinosaurs to show up. You saw the Indominus Rex. Probably, I would like to say, like 15 minutes into the movie. You saw the Velociraptors, and even earlier than that. So you really got, in my opinion, a lot of action, and they did a really good job of interspersing the action scenes from the non-action scenes. So I didn't really find it to be slow. I guess it is slow.
It's only a little bit in the beginning, not enough to be like, oh, this is so slow, gosh.
Plus the fact that the first one, no one really knew what was going to happen in it. You just knew there was dinosaurs in the movie from Jurassic and the T-Rex symbol.
That's
But
right.
in Jurassic World, everyone knows, oh, dinosaurs are going to be in this movie.
You're like, when's the dinosaurs?
The
And
main
also it's
part.
like, where's Chris Pratt? Where's Chris Pratt?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he takes a while to get in,
They
too.
did a good job of suspensefully adding him in.
I like how he entered where his face...
Yeah.
And then how they meet the two groups of main characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's almost getting into spoiler territory. Another thing, it's not that bad, but I kind of wish there was less CGI, more animatronics. Because, it's like the old one was really good with its animatronics and its CGI.
Yeah.
Both were great, and this one, I don't think there's any animatronics except for the one that I can't talk about because of the spoiler.
You mean the Apatosaurus?
The dying dinosaur that Chris Pratt and the girl go to.
How is that a spoiler?
no.
The dinosaur. There's a dead dinosaur.
Okay, dead dinosaur.
A dinosaur is dead and you see it. Spoiler alert! There's death. No offense. I'm sorry.
Death by dinosaur.
Death by a dinosaur. A dinosaur dies.
So that was the only one that I saw.
I think there was.
I feel like that was in the trailer. The part where he's like,
Well, they
showing
show
for sport.
yeah.
There were a couple too. Like I think when they had the Velociraptors in their cages, and I think that those couple, like the heads, I think those were CGI too.
Oh yeah.
They were-
Or no, not CGI. Sorry, animatronics.
They were animatronics with CGI over them, so that's
Yeah.
it's good. I like that.
I mean,
they CGI'd the eyes at least. I think.
yeah, I think they CGI'd the eyes, but
I think that's all the bad things I can point out.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything other than no, I can't think.
Yeah, all the others are spoilers.
The only reason I'm not giving it a 10 out of 10 is because I wasn't leaving I love this and I want to see it all forever. I just left this is a really good movie.
And yeah, the reason I give it a 9 is, like I said, how it wasn't extremely thrilling the whole movie. It was just kind of off, very steep in the thrilling factor. And then the other 5% is from spoilers, so can't
Well,
go into that.
I'm giving it an infinity out of 10.
You
Hashtag
think
get
it's
wrecked.
even better than the first Jurassic Park?
Okay, you know what? I can't really rate it against. I think it was probably better. It might be better than the other two. It's definitely on par with the first one.
Well, it can't be the best experience of your life if it's
Well,
on par with something
I
else.
have never seen the first one in the movie theater, so it was definitely the best movie theater experience that I've seen
Didn't they
ever.
So I'm gonna give Jurassic World an 8.75 out of 10.
10.
Final score. Okay, spoiler review part.
Alright, here we go.
One thing I really liked about this movie, and it's not even the movie itself, I liked the trailers, like what they did with the marketing. Because what they did is to get everybody excited was they showed Chris Pratt on a motorcycle with velociraptors. And everybody went, oh man, humans and velociraptors working together. That's awesome. And then immediately after that shot, the velociraptors go up and the Indominus Rex turns around and you learn that's part raptor and all the raptors turn and attack Chris Pratt and his friends.
Yeah. I wish they had put in more of the T-Rex.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But I kind of expected it to focus on the Indominus a lot, so I wasn't disappointed, like, really. The ending was totally awesome.
The ending was amazing, I will admit. That I was, like, shaking in my seat. That part was
The ending was so great. You have the Tyrannosaurus, the original one from the 93 movie. Shoot, I should have got that right. I'm really tired. It's like 11:30, so I'm screwing things up. You have T-Rex teaming up with the Velociraptor, fighting a mutant hybrid dinosaur, and then at the end of it, the Mosasaurus comes out and snaps it, and drags him down into the water. Oh, so awesome!
Blue. See, that's the reason I didn't give it a 10 also, because, what is it, the Mosasaurus?
Mosasaurus.
I hated that ending. I think the Velociraptor and the T-Rex should have teamed up and just kept fighting it to the death, tear it apart. Not just like, oh, okay, we cornered you, and then something else just comes from the water and drags it down. It's like, oh, okay. I wanted to see a fight to the death.
Everybody likes the Dilophosaurus. It doesn't actually show up, but they use a little hologram, and it distracts. Oh man!
For those of you though that don't know, that's the little frilled lizard thing.
Kills Nedry in the original. Oh, you know what was
Kills
great?
Poor old Newman from Seinfeld.
Yeah, the director, Colin Trevorrow, he voices Mr. DNA.
I loved that they brought him back, even though it was like for a split second.
Yeah.
For some reason, like the first time I watched the movie, because I actually saw it twice.
Yeah.
When he popped up, I was like, I know that guy! I remember him from the first. I don't know if you noticed this, but when you watch it a second, you're probably definitely going to watch it.
I'll probably watch it like 5 times.
Look around in the very opening, when it's every setting, there's trademarks everywhere, and some of them they like searched for on purpose. So like if you go like that volcano, it's Samsung's dinosaur exploration, and they go like when they're talking about the Indominus Rex.
Oh yeah,
it's supposed to be Verizon Wireless presents, and like they show like Chris Pratt with a Coca-Cola, and it's actually they weren't gonna get that many sponsors, but they actually hunted them down. Because they wanted to make fun of how many, how much sponsoring goes into amusement parks nowadays.
It's fantastic.
I don't think there's anything that they could have changed, as in, like, the premise for the story. Because I remember their original idea was the dinosaur was going to be part human.
Okay.
And that, like, bodyguards were going to be part dinosaur.
Here's a spoiler. I've read several Jurassic Park 4 film scripts, and I'll give you some of the rejection ones. Okay. First one I read. None of the original characters are back. The film is set in Switzerland. There's a dungeon with an ankylosaurus in it. It's just there, like, hitting on the frickin' walls. Some guy has to retrieve the shaving cream, which, if you watch the original movie, expired in 48 hours, so it doesn't make any sense anyways. He gets the shaving cream, he's holding it there for some reason, and he basically has to train Deinonychuses, not Velociraptors, Deinonychuses, to, like, rescue little girls that are kidnapped by, like, terrorists and shit. And then also, they're the only two, it's just that the Deinonychuses, they have the Pteranodons in for, like, the beginning and the end, and then they have the Dilophosaurus, and it's not even called the Dilophosaurus, it's called, like, the Clitoris splitori or something crappy like that. They don't even get the freaking names right. And so they make
if they got the name wrong, how did you know what dinosaur it was supposed to be?
Because it said, oh yeah, they're called the Spitters. So like, which other one is the Spitter? And they were like talking about it, how they
had to do their research while writing a script for a movie.
Yeah, and then the idiot, he was like, oh yeah, the dinosaurs on the island, like they go back on the original island for all of like 2 minutes, and they're like, oh yeah, the Velociraptors can burrow under the ground. Like, they can dig tunnels. Like, it was the most ridiculous crap that I've ever heard of.
We're gonna get off this island. Let's dig under the ocean, man.
Yeah.
So, ta-da! We have reviewed in Allentown instead of Staten Island with two new friends.
And neither Nick nor Glenn.
Yeah, that's actually a first. There's always been Nick or there's been Glenn, but there's never been a no Nick and a no Glenn.
No Nick in this New York, no Glenn in this great video about the greatest film ever made by anybody, ever. Alright, that's my 2 cents on Jurassic World.
2 cents.
Well,
that was like 200 cents.
I gotta go fight the dinosaurs.
You can't kill them.
I gotta go fight.
PETA's gonna come.
I gotta go
Child
fight
labor laws.
Where's the dinosaurs?
Oh, well, I mean, we still got...
Dinosaur! Real talk? Don't shoot your friends while killing dinosaurs.
What is that?
Her tracking implant, she clawed it out.
How would it know to do that?
She remembered where they put it in.